Earlier this week, or yesterday even, you watched a PowerPoint that described RACES. RACES is just an acronym or letters that help to remind us of how we should answer our questions. Make sure that we get all of those little components in there so that our answers are complete and make sense. So if we look over here, we're going to go through a little bit of a reminder that the R stands for restating the question. Whatever the question is, we need to make sure that we're restating it. Well, we definitely need to make sure that we answer the question. The C is for citing evidence. Remember that citing evidence is a direct quote. A direct quote is word for word, not summarizing what someone said. It is saying what they said word for word. We're going to explain our answer and we're going to summarize it. Well, the article that you'll see, can you see it? Marcos ran to his room and slammed the door. His face was red and his fists were clenched. His little brother was always breaking things, but he had gone too far this time. Marcos stared at his broken remote control car and then kicked it across the room. He would never speak to his little brother again. How is Marcos feeling? Well, we also need to make sure that we are answering the question. So we can pull out a lot of different things that would be our citing evidence. Everybody's answer can look different. Some might say that he kicked it across the room. People usually don't kick things unless they're upset. He would never speak to his brother again. That would show that he was upset. But the one that we're going to use today is his fist was red and his face was red and his fists were clenched. Okay, this is a little mini lesson on quoting dialogue because it has to have all of these things. These quotation marks show that these words within them were word for word from what the author said. Even if you're putting the quotation marks in the middle of a sentence, this first letter is always capitalized. There's also always, always, always some form of punctuation inside the quotation mark. Since this is just a declarative sentence, which is just a simple sentence, it's going to be a comma. We're going to have a lesson on dialogue later, but I just want to make sure that you understand quotation, capital letter, punctuation. So let's go and make sure that we can put all of our answers into a good cohesive paragraph that makes sure that it has all of this in it. So Marcos is mad. The author describes Marcos's actions in the paragraph. Quotation mark, capital letter. His fists were clenched. Punctuation. Quotation mark. It shows that he's upset. This description leads the reader to feel his anger. So the question is, how is Marcos feeling? We are now in middle school, so simply saying the word mad is not an acceptable answer. This video is probably going to be watched by other classes other than people that have Miss Seifert, because we're going to share videos, but none of your teachers are going to take an answer that's one or two words. We expect for you to be able to tell us an answer, tell us why you think that, and then to kind of sum it up. So this answer restates the question. Marcos is mad, gives us an answer. It gives us citing evidence, which is a direct quote. It explains why we think his fists are clenched, shows he's mad, and it also provides a summary. Look for RACES example 2, and we will use another one before we release you on your own to do some that explain exactly what we're looking for. Hope you have a good day.